Hello, my peoples. It is Saturday, January 29th, 2022, and it is my birthday. And I don't say that to solicit happy birthdays. I say that as it is kind of a unique day where, as a person, you get to kind of look at your life like, man, I've been alive for 49 years. 49 years on this planet. Like, what do I think so far? And what I think so far is that it has been a bumpy ride at times, and there's been some highs and there's been some lows, some just awesome times, awesome memories, just blast times, and then just real low points. And now I'm old enough that I get to look at it all, look at everything, just like everything in sequential order as a catalog, looking through the memories, and ultimately it brings me to right here. And I'm very grateful to be right here. And if you're watching this, I really appreciate it, because that means that we're connected, and we're connecting right now. And I'm just really grateful for all the people that I'm connected with and to, and for their contributions into the person that I feel like I'm evolving to. Like, for it's the last couple of years where I'm just finally okay with myself, like where I kind of just don't have to care what others think, and not in a way that I said anything else but out of humility. But you just know that everybody's different, and everybody has their own unique perspective, and everybody's going through their own crap. And so I'm just really trying to, which is hard, is just trying to be calm. Really, that's the ultimate goal, is just remain calm and be just mellow with everybody, because everybody's dealing with some things. And if you have the courage to show up every day and get out of bed and go for it another day and get back in the ring on any level, like, man, I salute you. And maybe I'm just in a place where I can finally salute myself, where I know I'm just somehow meeting my own standard that I always sort of fell short of somehow on some level. And maybe just I'm getting closer to a point where I feel just self-acceptance. Maybe I feel just safe and feel good, and you see all the great people in your life, and that every experience, good or bad, whatever your interpretation is, led you to right here. And right here is pretty freaking awesome. Everything is pretty freaking awesome. And if I could change anything, I wouldn't change one thing. That's pretty incredible that I get to say that. Like, that is so lucky. I wouldn't change a thing. Yeah. So thank you for making me who this is. And I hope that we can continue to be a part of each other's lives. And that's where the richness is found, is just in relationships and people and human connection, and just encouraging one another and supporting one another and loving one another, because that's when you're in service of God. That's what I believe is serving one another. God doesn't want us sitting around worshiping God. There's really no such thing, because God's inside of us. And so that means all of us are part of God. Everything's part of God. Everything. And you can, and I do believe that you can change the overall frequency of the direction of your life by changing the way you think. Because it's the way you think that everything else is influenced by. Everything is how you think. And on some level, when we hear that, when I heard that for many years, many years, I just didn't quite grasp it because I was just like recognizing it so literally that like, yeah, I get it. Okay, it's about the way you think. But I don't know. I think for me, it just took a lot of listening, and Wayne Dyer is my absolute guru. And there's another guy like Jake Ducey's in Southern Utah. If you check out his videos, you guys will love them. But they're just both just when you believe it is when you'll see it. That kind of perspective. Wayne Dyer is just mind blowing all the time. Super relatable guy, and he's more of a presence in death than he ever was in life. And the coolest thing about that is I was just getting into him like the first few years, but like I always kind of thought like I understood what he was trying to teach, but I could never articulate it the way he does. And then he really articulated it well, and then you have all these talks and things, and so you could buy him and listen to him. Or it was when YouTube was first starting, and then it was February 2014. Michelle and I are walking down the street of Lahaina in the Lahaina area of Maui, and here comes Wayne Dyer, and I'm like, Wayne, and he stopped and he was like, hello, and just sit and BS with us for like 5 or 10 minutes. And like, he was not in a hurry to like get on, like, oh, nice to meet you. Like, yeah, bye. Like, no, like that dude stopped what he was doing and got totally present to Michelle and I. And I don't even want to repeat the conversation because I feel so stupid now. I just was like, I didn't even know what to say to the guy, and he was with a younger female, and I assumed that it was his daughter, and I'm sure it was like, hey, Wayne Dyer, he's still a man, right? Beautiful woman, whatever. He was single, so hey, God bless him. He was 80 years old, but then he passed away a couple years later. But I felt pretty stupid making that comment to my like guru dude. So, but knowing Wayne, didn't even faze him. If you did think something like, oh, that was kind of a dumbass thing to say or whatever, it's gone. Just not going to let it give it any power. And that's what I've really learned from him, is just what you think about, you bring about. And that's what I'm trying to do. And so you're part of that. You've been part of that. And you've been part of that my whole life, or for a long period of time if you're watching this right now. And so I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything about my life. And today's my birthday, and I'm super glad to be alive. And I hope that you guys have a great Saturday night.